morning, everyone, and welcome to our journey to Storybook Land. My name is Rose, and I'll be your captain and storyteller aboard the Daisy. For your safety, we ask that you please remain seated throughout our voyage, keeping your hands, arms, legs, and feet inside the boat at all times. Most people travel to enchanted worlds through the pages of a book, but those that go in person usually find the experience to be quite magical. Or menacing. But don't worry, friends, it looks like we just went through the jaws of monster the whale, the same whale that swallowed Pinocchio. We're actually heading into a magical place called Storybook Canal. Our story begins with once upon a time. We're starting out with 3 little pigs and a big bad wolf who lives in a cave over here on my left. He's always huffing and puffing after those 3 little pigs who built their houses on the right. One of straw, one of sticks, and one of guaranteed wolf-proof bricks. Right around the corner, our story takes a strange turn into a quaint English village home to Alice, where one golden afternoon she chased a white rabbit down the rabbit hole and down into Wonderland. Such fantastic places were created to inspire storytellers like London Park on my right, where Peter Pan and the darling children all flew to Neverland, where they would never ever have to grow up. And places like Aberraw, city of mystery and enchantment, where a street rat named Aladdin first bumped into Princess Jasmine in the marketplace and stole her heart. These magical places in Storybook Land are where love shines forever. Like the twinkling lights in the archways above us, the very ones where Aladdin and Jasmine soared over, sideways, and under on their magic carpet ride to a whole new world. While good stories are filled with light, they have their dark places as well, like the Cave of Wonders just ahead. Its treasure bears a curse that can only be lifted by the genie of the lamp. Legend says whoever frees the genie will be granted 3 wishes. Let's all make a wish and see if it comes true. Snow White wished for a safe place, how she fled the evil queen and came across the cozy forest cottage on my right, home to the 7 dwarfs who offered her shelter and thanked for her kindness. Cinderella wished to go to the ball, and her fairy godmother granted it, but when she did leave by midnight, her carriage turned back into a pumpkin. While magic does have its limits, thankfully, love does not. Now Cinderella lives with her prince in that castle, atop the hill. Dreams can come true, and just like wishes, they inspire our stories here. While some dream of happily ever after, others dream of drifting off to sleep on hills of quilted flowers. Like the giant patchwork quilt on my left that was inspired by the silly symphony cartoon, Lullaby Land. There's magic everywhere in Storybook Land, one of the many reasons this was a favorite of our master storyteller, Walt Disney, that continues to inspire stories today. Like Tangled, on my left we have Rapunzel's tower, where she was held captive by Mother Gothel, but thanks to Flynn Rider and her trusty frying pan, she escaped to have the best day ever at the Festival of Floating Lights, where she discovered that she was the missing princess, Huzzah! But let's not forget the classics like the wind and the willows, the Holy Ratty and Easter Toad, whose homes and stately manners are here on my left. But sorry, friends, Mr. Toad's not home right now. He's on a wild ride heading to nowhere in particular. We also have stories of magic, like that of Arendelle that lies beneath the snowy mountains. So Elsa fled to that ice palace above the fjord. Her sister Anna refused to let her go. In the Alpine village ahead, woodcarvers again a wished on a star that was covered with becoming a real boy. When Pinocchio rescued him from Monstro the whale, the blueberry branch in his wish. And here on my left is Oaken's trading post. Yoo-hoo! Geppetto's wish is like that of so many fairy tales, like the one that led a little mermaid named Ariel to follow Prince Eric to the castle here on my right. Her story began in the shadow of her father, King Triton, in the underwater city of Atlantica here to my left. It is here where the adventures spilled out and over, and like all good stories, ended in happily ever. And as we head to the dock, please keep those fingers, hands, and arms inside the boat. When we come to a full stop, please remain seated. I'm going to count to 3 so you can stand up at the same time and no one falls over under the sea. Thank you so much for joining us today. I wish you all the very best on the rest of your stay here at the Disneyland Resort, and of course to infinity